Alright, this is going to be a quick preview of some of the quality of life features and improvements and dev tools that are coming to the Modular Warfare mod for content creators. So I'm going to start by explaining that Translate All is now completely changed. The way it used to work in Flans mod was that you would use Translate All and it would move the gun model away from the rotation point. That's no longer the case, and Translate All will actually now move the gun and the rotation point, so the gun is always closer to the rotation point than it would previously be, which makes it easier to work with, and you have to do less adjusting than you would previously have to, which is nice. And that's all automatic. And then to actually do your final adjusting, we're adding this here, which is going to be a dev tool, and you're going to be able to turn this on and off and use it to set positions. So it's basically just a cross of two red lines, and they demonstrate the rotation point, which is at 0, 0, 0, which is where these two lines would intersect inside that grip there. So let me just start by showing you what happens when you normally try to set up a gun and you don't have your rotation point. So if I set an angle on that hammer there, you can see the hammer went way over here because it's rotating around this point. So obviously you don't want that to happen, so what you have to do is set a rotation point, because obviously the hammer is not at the center of the gun or the center of the rotation point for the gun, so you have to set an offset. So with our new tool, you can now easily visualize this rather than having to basically guess it and get it through trial and error. So I just want to move this point to where I want the hammer to rotate from. So that's probably going to be around here. So I'll just go ahead and move this up, probably around 2. That looks okay-ish. And we'll go forward a bit more than that. Okay, and we'll just go up a tiny bit more. Alright, that looks like a decent rotation point. So now if I was to go, well actually let me do this first, so this will be even easier to do once the final tool is created. This is just testing stuff. So now that I've set that with the visual aid, that is the rotation point, so I'll go here and set the hammer spin point, just like that. And then I'll come back here, go to the hammer. Just again, this is just for testing purposes. I have this set up like this. And another nice tool is, or another feature rather, is that when you're updating stuff in your code and trying to test things and set things up, it will actually automatically update in game, so you don't have to constantly tab back and forth and hit F9 to update and whatnot. So now that I've set the rotation point properly, I should be able to set an angle here and it will rotate accordingly. There. So as you can see, I now rotated 50 degrees on that rotation point and everything is working as expected. And I basically set that up in like, I don't know, 5 seconds. So it's much easier and friendlier than before. And yeah, that's all for now.